From pit to palace, the story of Joseph. Before Moses parted the sea and before David faced Goliath, there was Joseph, the boy with a dream, betrayed by his own blood, yet chosen by God for greatness. This is a story of pain, purpose, and divine timing. From the depths of despair to the heights of power, Joseph's journey teaches us about faith, forgiveness, and the incredible ways God works behind the scenes. Joseph was 17, the favorite child of Jacob, his father's pride. He wore a coat of many colors. More than just fabric, it was a symbol of favor. But Joseph had something else: dreams. In one, his brothers bowed before him. In another, even the sun, moon, and stars knelt. He shared these dreams, and instead of admiration, his brothers burned with jealousy. "You think you'll rule over us?" they sneered. And one day, their hatred turned deadly. One day, far from home, his brothers saw him coming. "Here comes the dreamer," they whispered. They stripped him of his coat and threw him into a pit, dry, empty, hopeless. As Joseph clung to the cold walls of that pit, his own brothers sat nearby, eating, laughing, while he begged for mercy. Then, the sound of traders approaching, the brothers made a deal. "Let's sell him. Let's be rid of him forever." Then for 20 pieces of silver, they sold him to slave traders on their way to Egypt. In an instant, Joseph's life changed. From beloved son to slave, the dreamer became property. His life now a question mark. Alone in a foreign land, Joseph was sold to Potiphar, a powerful Egyptian official, an officer of Pharaoh. And even as a slave, God was with him. Joseph excelled until Potiphar's wife took notice of him. He was handsome, trustworthy, and she wanted him for herself. Day after day, she whispered to him, "Come, lie with me." But Joseph refused. "How could I do this great evil and sin against God?" he said. One day she grabbed his cloak, demanding he stay. But Joseph ran. He fled temptation, leaving his garment behind. Humiliated and vengeful, she screamed for the guards, "Look what this Hebrew did to me!" And with that lie, once again, he was in a pit, this time a prison cell. Innocence condemned, a righteous man punished. But even here, God was writing a greater story, forgotten by man, but never by God. In prison, Joseph used his gift to interpret dreams. Two men, Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker, dreamed, and Joseph told them what it meant. "The cupbearer will be restored," Joseph said, "but the baker will not survive." And just as he predicted, it happened. The cupbearer walked free, forgetting Joseph. 2 more years passed. Silence. Had God forgotten Joseph too? Then, Pharaoh had a dream: cows, wheat, a coming famine. No one could interpret it until the cupbearer remembered Joseph. He was brought before the king. Joseph told Pharaoh, "Your dream means 7 years of plenty, then 7 years of famine. Prepare while there's time." Joseph's words rang with confidence. "It's not me, but God who gives the answer." Pharaoh looked at the young man and saw wisdom. He made Joseph second in command, ruler over all Egypt. And with that, Joseph went from prisoner to prime minister, from forgotten to favored. Years later, famine struck, and Joseph's brothers came to Egypt, desperate for food. When they stood before him, Joseph faced a choice: revenge or mercy. They didn't recognize him, but he recognized them. His voice cracked as he revealed himself. "I am Joseph. You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." And instead of revenge, Joseph chose grace. He wept. He forgave. He restored his family. Joseph's story is more than history. It's a mirror. Joseph chose integrity over instant pleasure, and though it led to prison, God honored his faithfulness. A reminder that the pit is not the end, that every delay, every betrayal can be part of God's design. From pit to palace, Joseph teaches us to trust the process and trust the one who writes the story. Joseph could have destroyed his brothers. Instead, he forgave, and his heart was healed. Every betrayal, every setback was part of God's plan to save nations. Your story isn't over yet. This is the Bible context. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next week for another journey through Scripture.